I'm naturally flush and I'm naturally hydrated. Like, this is a vibe, guys. Hey guys, and welcome to today's video. So today is going to be a very, very exciting video as we are going to be testing a new brand. I'm going to be doing a almost full face of a new product from a brand called Merit. So Merit is a relatively new brand in itself, was launched in 2020, either shortly before or during the pandemic by the founder, Catherine Power. It is supposed to be just a brand that's very clean, good for your skin, kind of that minimalist beauty, less is more idea, quick, enhancing your own beauty. So I was very, very excited that Merit did reach out and kindly gifted me these products, pretty much the full, line, and I'm super, super excited about it. So if you're interested in the line, finding out about all the products, more about the brand, and seeing these products in action, I also will be doing a wear test, then keep on watching. So I did get, from looking on their website, I think I got one of everything. So I'm super, super excited. Thank you again, Merit, for giving me this opportunity to test your products. So first of all, a little bit more about the brand and kind of what it stands for. As I mentioned, it's very clean, that are supposed to really help your mornings be quicker and your beauty routine be faster. Not only is it supposed to help you have a quicker, easier morning, it's also supposed to, in my opinion, it encourages people to kind of embrace you, how you are, and it just enhances your natural beauty instead of, as I said, covering it up, which I love that. Also, another thing I love is that they have a very holistic approach to clean. Like, they almost take clean makeup to a new level. They do make products that are safe for skin, body, and planet. So it's not only good for us, but it's good for the planet as well. They are EU compliant, which means it is free of 1,328 common toxins. Does that not just make you sick to think that a lot of those toxins are in makeup that's not clean and not EU compliant? Like, it kind of makes you think, like, what am I putting on my skin? It's also paraben-free, sulfate-free, artificial fragrance-free, sensitive skin safe, cruelty-free, vegan. It has recyclable packaging. I just love, as I said, what the brand's about. There's two sides to me. One side, it's like I'm either wearing no makeup or I'm wearing like makeup, like very minimal. Like, I'm a minimalist a lot of the days. But then there's also the days where I'm wearing like blue and green eyeshadow and like full coverage everywhere, like smoky eyes, glitter everywhere. Especially like the mom side of me is like so pumped about these products, and I'm super excited to be testing them. The first product that we're going to be testing is the Complexion stick. So this is supposed to be kind of like a replacement for your foundation and your concealer, and it's supposed to be very lightweight, last all day without settling into fine lines. It's supposed to be hydrating, it's supposed to complement your skin, not necessarily look like makeup. So it's supposed to be very lightweight and skin-like, and it is designed for all over coverage so that you can make small edits only where you need them. It can be for all over coverage, but it also, as you can see from the actual product here, it is very, very small, which it seems like it will be very easy to, just cover up little spots instead of having to put on a full face of makeup. Buildable, light to medium coverage that stays breathable all day. It has ingredients like sea daffodil extract to help diminish the appearance of pigmentation and dark spots. So let's go ahead and test this baby out. This is in the shade Silk. I also do have this next product with me right here that I'm going to use in unison. So this is called the #1 brush, which is supposed to be a densely packed bristle, vegan bristled brush that's supposed to smooth out all of your complexion products. It is made to kind of go hand in hand with this, but it does say it works with kind of all products to really give a seamless, smooth blend. Very easy, very quick. It's supposed to be very soft, which, like, believe me when I say this thing is soft. I am so excited to use this. It's also nice and small, so it would be very travel friendly. And this is an Allure 2021 winner. So let's go ahead and kind of just see what coverage we get, and then I'll kind of know where to go from there. So it does say to move the brush in circular motions. Whoa, that like just disappeared. That blended out really, really easily. Oh, I like that. Like, does it not just look like skin though? Like, I'm gonna come up closer so you can actually see. Like, yes, it looks like I have makeup because it's in that small area. It looks like there's coverage, but like, doesn't look like makeup at all. Ooh, I like this. I'm excited. Now, because I have acne and a lot of redness, I may be putting on a little bit more than what some people would need, but you can see that like still some of the spots are poking through, but it really has beautiful coverage. It's like has a very almost diffused look to it as well. Like it looks like it's really just blurring your skin, like you have a filter on. Oh, I like that. And the shade is really pretty as well. I feel like it's matching nicely. What I'm gonna do is just go in with this layer, and then I'll probably go in and spot conceal. I'm gonna use this as concealer as well. It's not gonna like brighten. You'd have to get a lighter shade if you're gonna go in for the brightening effect. I'm gonna add a little bit of extra to really cover up these dark circles, but like, come on guys, this is looking really good. And this brush is doing an incredible job. I don't know if it's just these two together, like I'd have to test this with a foundation I'm more familiar with, but it's really blending it in like seamlessly like my beauty blender, which I don't know if I've ever found a brush, even the Artiste brush, that I feel like I could get away without using my beauty blender. I'm always like, oh, I just need to like go over it for that like airbrush finish. But this is doing an incredible job. So that is with pretty much not a full 2 layers. Like I went in with a good first layer and then just did a second kind of layer, the areas I wanted extra. The only thing I would say is I don't feel like it offers enough coverage for what I like for concealer, but I'm also used to like full coverage concealers. So realistically, for the whole no makeup look, it actually does deliver really good coverage all over. I think the reason I'm thrown off a bit is it's also like not highlighted. So I think I would maybe go with a bit of a lighter shade for under the eyes to like brighten. But aside from that, I have no complaints. It gave really incredible coverage, better than I expected. It's blurred all of my blemishes and really concealed them really well without looking cakey, heavy. You know, you can see some of my freckles through. You can see some of my acne like scarring through and spots through, but very minimally, very lightweight and very skin-like. It dries down really nice, but it also feels very creamy on the skin. When you actually look up close, it looks very hydrating to the skin, like very hydrating to the skin. So if you are dry, then you probably would love this. The only thing I'd say is it kind of is clinging to some of my acne spots, but to be fair, I've been using some acne treatments and I find that can dry out certain areas of my skin, like especially when I do spot treatments on stuff like this, they are kind of flaky. So the areas that aren't flaky, it's looking really smooth. So I would just say maybe exfoliate, as long as they're not open, exfoliate a little bit before you apply, but that's really for any foundation. This brush though, guys, like this will be one of my new favorite brushes for sure. I'm excited to try it with other foundations that I own because it's number one, so soft, but it really gives such an airbrush flawless finish. Super impressed with both of these. Okay, let's move on to the next product, which is a cream blush. If you have watched my channel before, you will know I am obsessed with cream blush. This is called the Flush Balm. It's supposed to be a foolproof, flexible formula. I like a balmy formula, creamy, transparent veil of color. This one and the Complexion stick were both formulated in partnership with an esthetician named Biba De Sousa, whose #1 list includes 72 potentially acne triggering ingredients that they eliminated from the products. So I love to see that as an acne prone person. Like, these products are safe for sensitive acne prone skin. Love to hear that. This has micro fine pigment powders that deposit a touch of color without covering up natural skin texture. Light and balmy finish leaves a long lasting glow that never looks cakey, and it has a low weight emollient that won't clog your pores. So love to see that as well. I am actually going to use the brush to blend it out. First, I am going to go in with a quick little contour just to add a little more color because I am a more pale person. Let's go in with the blush. So I am going to go directly onto the skin. And then let's blend it out with this brush. I love that color. Super pretty. Perfect for fall too. Ooh, that's nice. That's really, really nice. Yeah, it didn't disturb the foundation, didn't remove any coverage. I might add a little bit more because I'm like that. I love a good like rosy cheek. That's a stunning color. And it looks very lightweight and smooth. It definitely is true to the claims. I didn't honestly expect to like these products this much. So as you can see, the blush looks very natural on the skin. It melted into the makeup and it just looks very like naturally flush, a part of the makeup. It does almost give like a bit of that kind of sheen, not glittery, not shimmery by any means. It's just that it's that dewy, like healthy glow, because it's hydrating. Okay, so the next product is the highlighting balm. I'm gonna go ahead and try this on right now, and then I am going to apply just a light veil of like a natural powder to set things down, just because I'm oily and like I know I will get greasy, and like these are kind of hydrating products. And then I'm gonna go on with this again over top so we can see what it works best as, like underneath powder or over top of powder. It is a translucent moisturizing highlighter that illuminates skin for that fresh morning dew drop on a flower petal sheen. I love that description so much. A vitamin-rich base replenishes moisture for that dewy glow that lasts beyond your makeup. So it's good for your skin. It has plant-based squalene to lock in hydration, condition skin, and support elasticity. I love squalene. It's worked really well with my skin. I'm gonna apply it to my sponge and see how that does. Ooh, that's pretty. That's nice. Really like this because it's like not shimmery and not like glittery, but it's like dewy. It's that dewy look. Like this is a vibe, guys. This is so hydrating as well. All these products are feeling very nice and hydrating. It just looks like my face is so like fresh and dewy. I'm naturally flush and I'm naturally hydrated. What do you guys think? I really want your opinions down below too. I love to hear your guys' opinions. Like, you know what? I don't know if that looked as good as you thought. Or like, wow, yeah, that does look great. Let's move on. I'm gonna go ahead and set the face and then we'll see how this does on top of powder. That can be a real game changer when it comes to liquid and cream highlight. Just enough to set it down so that it lasts longer. So yeah, it's looking great set down as well. I think it looks good. Actually, the highlight did kind of poke through the powder. I've never had that happen before. And I'm still gonna, just to see if it works on top of powder, I am gonna do the exact same thing, apply some to the sponge. Just apply it over top of powder to see if it breaks it down. Okay, moment of truth. It didn't. I'll show you guys up close so you can see it did not break down the foundation at all. Love it so much. I'm also going to apply a little bit of this cream blush just to see if it works well over top of powder, because that's something I do like to test. Sometimes I like to go in with them over top of powder so that they are a little bit more noticeable, because powder can dull them down. But then a lot of the time they also can break down the products underneath them. So it's like it's a big risk when you do cream over top of powder. So I like to test them for you guys so that if you get these products, you don't end up ruining your makeup one day testing that. I'll do it for you. Ooh, no breaking down. No breaking down. Flawless. Guys, these products are nice. And it does feel like a little bit dewy, but not really. Like I'm just kind of dabbing so that it doesn't feel sticky. As you can see, after my complete face is done, I look very like naturally flawless. You know, my acne is somewhat poking through, but it's very blurred. My cheeks look naturally rosy. It did not break down the foundation underneath. The highlight is very glassy and balmy. Super beautiful, and everything's looking great. The next product is Tinted Brow Gel. This is supposed to be a tinted flexible pomade that shapes and grooms your brows into place for natural bold arches. It is made with mineral-based formula to provide flexible all-day hold that never smudges or flakes. It's nourishing with vitamin B5 to add flexibility encourages fuller looking brows. It has kaolin clay and mineral pigments that build natural looking color, and it has tapered precision brush to make it easy to coat every hair. So I did get the shade brown. It comes in 3 different shades. This is the actual brush, the actual wand. It is a little bit bigger than some of my favorites, but then also some of my favorites are even bigger than this. So I find it's very dependent on the product. You know, some larger brushes are great. It just depends on how they work. The way my brows are is they're not very, they're very sparse in some areas. So I may have to go in with a little bit of something to like add some fullness, but I'm going to go ahead and see how it looks just on its own first. Yeah, the brush seems to be small enough, at least for my size of brows. It's not making a mess. It seems to have a nice amount of product on them. It's not like going everywhere. I've had tinted brow gels that I'm like, it's literally all over my face now. Actually, that did a great job at, like, you can automatically see the difference between the 2 brows. It looks more shaped, but very natural, which really goes with the whole idea of the brand. As you can see, it did give a fuller effect without adding too much like drama. It doesn't look completely filled in, but it just looks like I have naturally fuller, more shaped brows. Because this is gonna be such a natural look, I don't even know if I will go in with any other brow product. It's not gonna hold up the hairs like straight up like you would get from like the ABH Brow Freeze or like so, but for just like a tinted brow pomade, it does a good job. But I honestly feel comfortable just leaving them like that. So that's really nice. It was pigmented enough that it gave them a really nice full effect. So I'm actually really impressed. Let's move on to the next product, which is a mascara. I'm gonna actually just go in with my Patrick Ta eyeshadow. I'm gonna do just a very like simple contoured crease, and I'll be right back to test the mascara. Okay, and that's definitely like 1 minute eye look. So this is another 2021 Allure Award winner. This is an everyday tubing mascara that defines, separates, lengthens lashes for a wide awake look. It is made to distribute the perfect amount of product. They have a precise brush that curls and lifts, never clumps and flakes. It has a proprietary tubing technology that wraps and defines each lash. Fatty acids and olive oil esters condition lashes, which is great because a lot of mascaras can dry out your lashes if you didn't know, especially like waterproof, which I find tubing is a little more water resistant than regular formulas, whereas it's going to be a lot better and hydrating and less harsh and drying on your lashes as actual waterproof mascaras will be. This is the actual wand, which I actually like the look of it. It's nice and full. It looks like it has a fullness that typically like volumizing mascaras would have. Like the bristles are very, you know, full and dense, but it also is nice and small. So it looks like it's going to fit into the area really well, especially if you have small eyes. It's nice and skinny. Oh, that's nice. Now it is natural. Like it's not like thick and like, bam, your lashes are twice as long and thick. But it looks like your lashes are naturally longer, naturally a little fuller. It does separate the lashes really well. It's not like super volumizing. I'd say it's more lengthening. And it curls it nice too. Oh, I like that. Doesn't look clumpy at all. Very like fans them out. I love that. I'm gonna go in with a second coat. See if it builds. Yeah, it looks a little bit longer, a little bit fuller. I like this mascara. I like it a lot, actually. It also adds enough volume that it makes them look fuller without looking heavy and thick and gloppy and messy or chunky. And then it also, my favorite thing is how it just fans and separates them out. They just look, it looks like it has every single lash, like they're not sticking together that much. Honestly, the two products that were Allure Award winners from first impression, I can see why. Okay, so we have one more product. So this is their Shade Slick, which is a tinted lip oil. I love the names of these products. So this is a slick of sheer color infused with rosehip oil and shea butter for healthy lips all day. It is somewhere between an oil and a light stain. So repeated use does help maintain natural moisture levels in the lips over time. Omega-3, 6, and 9 essential fatty acids to encourage healthy barrier function and provide antioxidant benefits. It also has shea butter, grapeseed oil, and jojoba oil to create protective barrier to help lock in that moisture. So it's not gonna like superficially, you know, surface level moisture. It's gonna like deep, locked in moisture. It does also obviously have that tint to it, so you're gonna get that wash of color, and it says it's a light stain, so hopefully it will last a decent amount of time as well. As I said, I will be doing a wear test. I did get this one in the shade Pink Beet, which is a cool pink as well, so I kind of got these two to maybe match. This is the applicator, so it's a nice like precise applicator, which would be nice for if you're gonna not use any lip liner or anything. That way, because it's tinted, you don't want it all over your lip and like skin, you know? Oh, that's nice. I really wanted that on the tip of my nose. That's just what I was going for. Doesn't smell like anything. None of the products so far have. Ooh, that's pigmented. That's really noticeable, but natural. This is a nice applicator too. At first I was like, oh, it's kind of small. Like that's like an OG lip applicator. I'm like, all right. But it is nice that it's so small and pointy on the end because you can kind of get the line of your lip. And it spreads a lot better than I assumed with such a small applicator. It doesn't feel too oily. It's not sticky at all. Really lightweight, just kind of like you put a little bit of like a balm on or something, but very comfortable, beautiful color. This look would definitely take me like 5-10 minutes in the morning if I was just like doing it quickly, not doing a video. So I really do think that the claim of this being very easy and quick, these products are true to that claim. Honestly, I have no complaints so far. Realistically, like everything turned out really nice. Looks nice, but not super heavy. Everything like kind of just accentuated my natural kind of features, but we obviously have to see how all of these products wear throughout the day. So I will be back at the end of the day to give you my final opinions on all of these products. So if you're interested in finding out how these products hold up throughout the day, then keep on watching. Hey guys, I am back. So it has been 10 hours since I finished my makeup. So I'm just gonna go through the products one by one and let you know what I think of them. So the foundation stick, I do really like this. I felt like it looked very nice on the skin, super lightweight, undetectable, really easy to work with, especially in unison with the brush. Like this little combo here is so easy, very quick, and it achieves a very lightweight, natural foundation. If you are acne prone like me and you have acne, it's not going to cover completely. If you're oily skin like me, it's not going to last all day without breaking down a little bit, but it lasted like a good, yeah, I'd say 7 or 8 hours before it started to break down a little bit. And the only areas is really on my chin where I typically lose some coverage, so that's normal. And right in here, which it's really honestly not that bad. I've had much worse. And then it's just really shiny up here, but it actually looks not too bad. It's not completely transfer proof. There's a couple marks on my face. I enjoyed it for like a natural day. I will definitely try it again. The only thing is I'd say it is going to be more for normal to dry skin. It's really, really beautiful foundation, but it just wasn't able to hold up to my oils quite as well as like my more intense matte foundations, but that's not what it's advertised as anyway. So I didn't expect it to be like crazy. It hasn't even moved a bit because I have oily skin. But considering that I do have oily skin, I'm quite impressed. Let's go ahead and touch up quickly now. I also would like to try it again with a little bit more of a mattifying primer. Like this is mattifying, but it's not like my favorite mattifying primer. And then this is also not the most heavy duty, like lock in your makeup powder either. So with maybe a little bit better products, then it might look a little bit better. So touched up and not touched up. So when I touched it up, it did emphasize my texture a little bit more, but that is more probably the powder. Also just the foundation, you know, is a little bit older. So it's not gonna look as smooth, but it actually touched up really nicely, as you can see. Like it doesn't look super cakey. So yeah, no, I definitely actually really like this. And I feel like if I had have touched it up earlier, it maybe wouldn't have broken down on this area. Like I would have been able to maybe catch it before the oils could like start to break down the foundation. The only thing is I would still like to use concealer with it, but I really actually like this specifically as foundation. Not as much as concealer, but as foundation because of its ease and it's just super like undetectable finish. I actually really enjoyed this. And the brush, A+. Totally understand why that's an Allure Award winner. The blush, super great. It did fade a little bit, but I think that was more the fact that like my makeup got so oily and then it was like kind of transferring a little bit. Like I touch my face way too often. Really, really beautiful, very versatile formula, beautiful shade range. And you can use it underneath on top of powder. It melts into the makeup. It has like an almost diffused look, so it really looks super blended and seamless. And as I said, like really, really pretty shades. Like if we were to just go in with a little bit more, it's like even super easy to just touch up. Like, look at that. Now I got blush back on, you know? The highlighting balm, I actually am pleasantly surprised. I did not expect to like this as much as I do because I'm not a huge fan of cream and liquid highlights, but this one worked well underneath powder and still poked through the powder, which I don't know if I've ever really had as well as it did today. And then it also worked well on top of powder. It is like not shimmery, not glittery by any means. It's a really beautiful like dewy finish. So if you like that like wet dewy look, super beautiful. I love the shade. Let's go in with some of this too. Like, why not? I don't know if it really went away or if just because my face was oily, I just couldn't tell the difference between the highlight and my natural oils, but like really pretty. Really, really beautiful product as well. Like I honestly don't have any complaints about it. The only thing is I would say the blush and the highlight did kind of fade a bit. But again, I need to continue to test them because I feel like a big part of that is the fact that my foundation was so oily. Like I normally would have maybe kept it a little bit more under control. And I also would like to test these on another foundation that maybe lasts longer if I'm gonna be doing the all day wear. The brow pomade, I love this, guys. It really distributed the perfect amount of product. I love the amount of pigmentation it provides. Like it gave a very naturally full brow. Now my eyebrows aren't very even naturally, so that's the only thing. Like if I wanted them to be perfect, I would have fixed them up a little bit. But when you're in a pinch, like this actually is one of the only brow gels that I've applied that's tinted. And I'm like, yeah, this looks great. I can run out the door. Like this is cool. And not felt like I needed to go in and like add some strokes or add a bit of the shape on the arch. Like it was good enough that I'm like, you know what, this is actually good. Like I had my brow pomade and my pencil ready to go, like, okay, just in case. And I was like, wow. Now, if you were to have a full face of makeup and you like defined brows, it's obviously not gonna be good enough on its own, but even on top of filled in brows, it would give a beautiful effect because it does hold the brows decently well. Enjoyed this as well. Like I honestly did not expect to like these products this much. I was like, you know, I'm gonna give them a really good shot. I'm gonna give it, you know, super honest, authentic review. And I'm like, wow, mascara, absolutely love. My lashes are super long. Like they're reaching up to like here. That is not super common, especially for natural mascaras. Super long wearing, it didn't smudge or fade or smear or transfer. Like there's no complaints. I also understand why this is an Allure Award winner too. And then last but not least, the lip oil. I really enjoy this. It's not super long wearing and it doesn't tint the lips that much. It does leave a little bit of a veil, but I would say it lasts about maybe 2 hours before it's completely gone. And then the gloss probably lasted about an hour, but it's super easy to reapply. Like I reapplied it multiple times today and it's just a nice, really lightweight oil and I love the shade. I'm excited to continue to test them with other products in my collection. Honestly, at the end of the day, I have no products that I'm like, maybe steer clear of. I think if you are interested in any of these, I would say that you will probably be happy. For me personally, I would say my least favorite product is the Complexion stick, but only because I'm oily skin. Like I loved the way it looked when I left here, but that's because I'm oily and it's not like a matte, super long wearing foundation. It is a beautiful foundation still, but that would be my least favorite if I had to choose. Honestly, all of them are great. I think you guys would love them all, and I definitely recommend the brand. That's the end of today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe. I do also have a link down below if you would like to purchase any of these products. Thanks again for watching. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.